Hey folks, Lever here once again. Welcome back to another review. Hope you enjoyed my review of The Legend of Zorro. And now, like I said, I've been doing a superhero marathon on my YouTube channel. And again, this is my new YouTube channel with the mask profile picture on it. So make sure to say subscribe to this one that you're subscribed if you're subscribed to now. Or also, you can share my channel. You know, I appreciate it. People sharing my channels and my videos. I appreciate that. If you wouldn't mind, or tell people about my channel. Anyway, like I said, I've been doing a superhero marathon on my channel. I've been reviewing superhero movies that came out the year in the 2000s, 2000 superhero reviews is what I call it for these reviews. 2000 from superhero movies that came out in the year 2000 to 2009. And now we are starting with the year 2006. And first of all, we're starting with an animated movie. I reviewed an animated superhero film, which, it does include superhero films that are even animated movies or cartoons. Those are superheroes, so they got to be part of this series too of superhero marathon, so they count. And yeah, well, this is the 8 film set of Marvel movies of what they call it, the Marvel animated feature films. There's 8 movies here. I know there's more Marvel animated movies that I definitely want to review. Now, the last time I reviewed animated movies was on my other channel. That was the Superman animated movies and the Batman animated movies as well. Yeah, I reviewed all those. You know, and I definitely will be sharing all of that on my superhero, playlist. My superhero reviews marathon slash videos playlist on this channel. You will see those. I'll be sharing those from time to time. Yeah. But first, we start off with the 2006 in film, anime superhero film, that is Ultimate Avengers, the movie. Yeah. And I love this movie. This came out way before the Avengers. This was way before the MCU even happened. Yeah. It's based on the Ultimate comic book series by Marvel Comics. The film is the first installment of the Marvel animated feature film series. Yeah. 2004, Marvel Entertainment, Marvel Comics' Newport parent corporation, struck a deal with Lionsgate Entertainment to produce a series of 8 to 10 direct-to-video animated movies under the name of Marvel Animated Features. The connection with Marvel Studios' Marvel's Direct Film subsidiary, the first two features, Ultimate Avengers the movie and Ultimate Avengers 2: Rise of the Black Panther, basically, were released in 2006 February and August 2006. As of November 2006, UA and UA2 combined and have sold over 1.5 million units, and both were in the top 10 children's released for the year. Added the pair for the Ultimate Avengers DVDs, the next MMA features. The Invincible Iron Man was released, you know, uh, was released in 2007 January, and also in January was Doctor Strange. Then the Teen Avengers movies. So most of the films have been PG-13. Some of them have PG-13 rating. Yeah, and of course, Ultimate Avengers the movie was the first one. Yeah. In July 2004, Marvel Entertainment Comics struck a deal to direct video. Okay, I've already mentioned that. Ultimate Adventures, this was planned as the first film in the series, which was a good way to go. For the cast of the movie, you have Justin Gross as Steve Rogers, Captain America. He's best known as the voice of Arthurus in Warcraft 3. Let's see. Well, I guess video game voices, but he should do more voice work. Yeah. And of course, the Avengers include of Captain America, the Wasp in here, Bruce Banner, the Hulk, Iron Man, Black Widow, Hank Pym, well, Giant Man. But for the other voice cast, you have Gray Griffin as Janet Pym the Wasp. I don't know that name before. Okay. I believe she is the voice of Daphne from some of the Scooby Doo animated stuff. Let's see. Yeah, she's known for voicing Daphne Blake, starting with the film Scooby Doo and the Cyber Chase. So you'd recognize her voice. Michael Messi as Bruce Banner. Yeah. Again, rest in peace to this actor. He did another superhero live action superhero movie. He was in Catwoman. Yeah, that film was terrible. Oh, he was also Fun Boy in the dark fantasy film The Crow. I think he was the one that accidentally shot Brandon Lee by accident, you know. And he was a gentleman in the Amazing Spider-Man films, in the Amazing Spider-Man 1 and 2, the secret gentleman that knew about Peter Parker's past. Yeah, he was Massey was the actor who fired the shot that accidentally killed Lee on the set of The Crow by accident, though. I'm sure, again, may he rest in peace. He died back in 2016. I know he sadly probably had to live with that thought of what he did to Brandon by accident. I'm sure he had to live with it. Was easy to live with, I'm sure, but he was a really good actor. Yeah, and this is a lot better than Catwoman. I'm talking about the movie with Halle Berry. A lot better. Uh, Mark Warden as Tony Stark Iron Man. He also comes back to do voice Tony Stark Iron Man again in Ultimate Avengers 2 in the Invincible Iron Man movie and Planet Hulk. Olivia Devad as Natasha Romanoff, Black Widow. She was in Law and Order: Criminal Intent, a female, as a female serial killer. Oh, okay. Oh, she was in Conan the Destroyer. Okay, yeah, yeah. That was her first movie. And Ultimate Adventure 2, she came back as Black Widow. Nana McCartney, I can't say it's Dr. Betty Ross. Um, she's the daughter of Thunderbolt Ross and the love interest, for Bruce Banner, the Hulk. Nolan North as Hank Pym, Giant Man. Of course, you know him as Ant Man as well, but in this movie he's Giant Man. Nolan North, you'll probably know him. I think he was known from voicing Nathan Drake in the Uncharted video game series. Yeah, I love those Uncharted games, by the way. In Call of Duty, in Deadpool, Marvel Comics Media, he voiced the Penguin in the Batman Arkham franchise. Did he? Let's see. And he made a cameo appearance in the Uncharted movie. Oh, Hot Horses. He voiced Deadpool. Okay. Pretty good voice actor. Andre is Nick Fury, who is in charge of Shield. Dave Bode as Thor, the Norse god of thunder. Voices Thor again in the sequel, Ultimate Avengers 2. He did additional voices for Wreck-It Ralph, the first one, and Frozen. Yes, the Disney film Frozen and the Pixar movie The Good Dinosaur. Frozen 2, he did additional voices as well. Fred Tesnaus as Edwin Jarvis and Hulk. And he's voiced Hulk in other, Marvel media stuff as well. I think animated movies as well. James K. Ward as Harry Cussler. Did some voice work for The Fairly Odd Parents, Hey Arnold, Danny Phantom, Ben 10, Avatar: The Last Airbender, Wolverine and the X-Men. James Jonah Taylor as Bucky. He voiced Leonardo in the TMT 2007 movie, and did a voice for Obi-Wan Kenobi or Star Wars: The Clone Wars, and Mr. Hudson in The Dark Knight Returns. I guess part one. and it's directed by Kurt Jetta, Stephen A. Gordon, Bob Richardson. Well, he worked on some of episodes, 8 episodes of Wolverine, the X-Men, and the Adventures of the Mighty Heroes, which is an animated cartoon. I guess that's an animated TV series. I guess yeah. Bob Richardson, written by Greg Johnson, Boyd Kirkland, and Greg Style. Uh, yeah, historical version that he did for G.I. Joe the movie, Nemo and Summer in Slumberland, My Little Pony the movie. Yeah, he's worked on some other animation stuff. Greg Kyle. Let's see. Well, he was an executive producer on the Thor films. He was going to be an executive producer on the Thor movies. Just 3 movies. I don't think he did Thor Love and Thunder. But he did work on Ultimate Avengers 2, the story, and his executive of that film, and the Invincible Iron Man, Doctor Strange. Next Avengers here, Tomorrow Hulk versus Thor and Wolverine, and Planet Hulk, and Thor Tales of Asgard. But I guess only in the Thor live action movies he produced, like I said, just Thor the Dark World, and Thor Ragnarok, but not Thor Love and Thunder. Yeah. Produced by Bob Richardson. Music is by Ken McClure, Angus Harris. Production company is Lionsgate Films, MGO MGO Productions, Marvel Studios, distributed by Lionsgate Entertainment, Home Entertainment. It was released direct to video on and DVD on February 21st, 2006. It did premiere on February 2006 at WonderCon, then released direct video in the US on, like I said, February 21st. I mentioned that. Okay. And it is a direct to video film, so it was not released in theaters. But for what the story is about for this movie is that the Ultimate Avengers movie is about Captain America falls into the Atlantic Ocean and freezes while fighting Nazis in 1945. 60 years later, he's discovered and thought out to help battle the Chirati, a race of shifting aliens who assisted the Germans in the war, are still determined to destroy America. Under the leadership of Nick Fury, Captain America joins the Hulk, Iron Man, Black Widow, Thor, Giant Man, and Wasp as they all team up and another superhero to defeat these extraterrestrials, and basically they have to save the world. And there'll be some spoilers in here too. It's only 1 hour and 12 minutes. It's a short movie, so it's not that long of a film. Yeah. And again, this is before we got the Avengers in 2012, way before that. And like I said, way before the MCU even happened. The first MCU for Marvel Cinematic Universe was Iron Man in 2008, so this was 2 years before this. Before that, I'm sure Marvel was planning stuff. Yeah, oh yeah, I don't doubt it. Pretty much the film's open. It opens up in the year of 1945. The war's going on. Hitler is dead, but they're still fighting against the Nazi Germany's, the Nazis and stuff. And one, Bucky Barnes, he's taking pictures and like, what are you taking pictures for? And you have Captain America. Now he doesn't have the suit because again it's 1940, so he doesn't have it's a different shield. The shield is like a top lid trash can, but here it's just like a straight up metal. It's not circled around. At first they don't trust him. He's got the picture of the love of his life. And Steve Rogers, Captain America, goes in the fight. He crashes into the Nazis' place. He says, "Come on, man, let's go." And a cool moment, fights, and Captain America, you know, gets in there, sees the Shiratis, these aliens, and he's shocked by it in disbelief. And the later Nazi, him fight, Captain America fight, Captain, hits him with the shield, hits him in the stomach, and apparently the guy's an alien too. And they're going to use this bomb, this missile, to destroy some part of America. So Captain America has to stop them. Harry Kessler, but like I said, he's a shapeshifter as well. And when he lifts his rocket, it can hurt a lot of people, kill a lot of people. They have a final confrontation. He tries to attack Captain America. He's got his shapeshifting alien hands and arms trying to attack him. But Captain America, bounces off him. It explodes. Maybe some Cap died. His mask and his costume is injured, but he goes to the Atlantic Ocean, and you hear him narrate, writing a story. not telling the story to the woman that was like never saying, "I'm sorry I couldn't be with you, but maybe in the next life I'll see you by then." And he falls about deep down below in the Atlantic Ocean, frozen for 60 years. But everybody presumes that his friends and family assume Steve is dead. We have the opening of Shield, Nick Fury. Uh, Fury is told by the group, I guess the three people who are like in charge of Shield or whatever, like his main bosses, that the Shirati is a problem and that he wants to assemble the Avengers. We meet Bruce Banner, Dr. Betty Ross, or his scientist. They end up finding Roger's body. He's recovered by Shield by a gamma ray scientist named Bruce Banner. Uh, Banner, of course, would split the gamma radiation, which transforms him into the Hulk. Last time he caused a lot of destruction, so he has to keep the monster under control. I do like the scene though when he's talking to the science stuff about this machine that he's going to use that he can use to help Captain America. Talking about how they're going to, but he wants to bring Captain America back because he sees him as an inspiration. That he's under Banner is working on a cure for himself for the Hulk, and he believes that he can get Steve's blood, Roger's blood, that he can somewhat cure himself. You know, and I like that when he talks to the students that he's talking to, he's like, "Anyone got any questions?" They'll raise their hands like, "Anyone not have any questions about the Hulk?" And they'll put their hands down. I thought that was funny. And then Betty goes to him and saying that we found him. They found Cap under the water. They do let the ice go. Bruce Banner's excited to Betty's run to go see him, but Cap wakes up and attacks them. And some of the military he attacks his men. Even Nick Fury, wants a gun at him, disappears, like cloaks himself. But then Fury says, "Captain, calm down." He knocks him out, and then he tells him, "Let him go see outside." And then Cap sees outside the world of today, and he's freaked out. He's just scared. He's like, "Cap," he's like, "Captain, the world's changed without you. But you've been asleep for 60 years." Like, he's like, "What?" Oh, and he passes out, and you know, he meets Bruce Banner, telling him that he needs a blood sample, and it works. And like I said, Fury finds out about the problem about the Shiratis, these aliens. They're trying to get people to come and help. At first, they try to get Hank Pym, who was Giant Man, and his wife Janet, who was the Wasp. They only want her, but Hank's like, "No, we're a team. You're not taking her without me." Or she does. I'm sorry, but I'm only gonna work with Hank. You know. And Hank can turn himself into a Giant Man, which is pretty cool. He can also be, yeah. I mean, he's the character that's a bit of an asshole, an arrogant asshole. You know. And geez, like I mean, the actual Hank Pym, Ant Man, who was played by Michael Douglas. I'm like, you didn't think of him as one, but here he's younger, so maybe in his younger age, Hank Pym was a bit of a smartass. Because Scott was too in the live action movies of Paul Rudd. Sorry, hold on. Okay, yeah, Scott Lang. Okay, but this was before Scott Lang apparently. But they try to recruit some of these people when they tell them do it now. Fury's like, we may not be getting time, but they said that's it. Within a week, get them done. So he does have Giant Man and him on his side, and of course he's got Captain America. And they try to recruit the Norse god Thor. Thor, who was the Norse god the Norse god of thunder, and he's got his hammer. When Thor tries to do stuff peacefully, he's protesting, but when it goes not his way, he'll go violent, and he uses the storm and the sea in his power, which is cool. And they're like, "Okay, let's take off." And Thor, I like when he gives Captain America like a bear hug. Tells him, "I'm not joining you. I work alone." He's like, "I'm not a team player." He can't reach Tony Stark. Well, they want Iron Man, but y'all should already know Tony Stark is Iron Man, so there's no spoiler there. But they don't know this. Nick Fury and Shield, they don't know that Tony Stark is Iron Man. They figure he knows him. So Tony Stark first meets Natasha Romanoff, and Natasha Romanoff in this movie. Don't get me wrong, Scarlett Johansson is gorgeous too, but this anime version, beautiful costume, but they make her look beautiful in here. She wears a dress, says let's go somewhere privately. She's got a Russian accent, points a gun at him, but and then Nick Fury's like, oh, I got you. I need your help. He's like, he tries to flirt with Natasha, saying, "Come in for a nightcap," and then he goes, tells Jarvis to give him some equipment or guns and all that, just to get him help, just to come in contact with Iron Man. Of course, they got Natasha, they got Giant Man and Wasp. Iron Man tries to saving this plane, which he does successfully, and these people try to pop, he recognizes the military's there because he can hear him. He's like, "Oh, folks, I gotta go." Giant Man slaps Iron Man, slaps him. Because he's again Giant Man, so he just hits him. But they try to attack Iron Man, and Iron Man's like, "No, I'm not involved in it." And he points his weapon at Fury, but Iron Man uses, the beams that come out of his hands to shut the guns. Like, "Oh yeah, use the guns I gave you." I'm like, and Iron Man tells him, "I work alone." So see you. You know, as with his boosters, and Tony Stark is good at building weapons, and his Iron Man suit is a weapon and of gadgets that he can build. He's just a normal guy behind the suit, but the suit makes him nearly invincible. Almost, well, not completely, but not up against like Hulk. But anyway, then he says, "See you." And the next day they have the meeting, and Fury tells them about. Eventually, Iron Man does show up about the Sharty and the use of the metal vibranium. Well, Banner struggles to repress the Hulk persona. Roger is hesitant leading the Avengers. He goes sees his friend Bucky and the girl of his dream, but she's not ready to see, the lady that he loved, his old flame, back in 1945. And of course, they've gotten older, about in their 80s now. And he just talks to them, and he realizes all his friends and family that he knew died. You know, and you do feel sorry for Steve that he missed a life for over 60 years. A lot's happened over those years that he missed. Friends, time with friends and family now gone that have sadly passed away now. Because of the sacrifice he had to make. You know, but I do like it though when he's walking around the world, he sees some people that like gothic, and he's like, "The world has changed much." Or he sees like TVs, and he sees a TV screen. He's like, and of course they give him his new suit, which is cool. And they're gonna leave Captain America in charge. Is gonna lead the group. He's hesitant at first, I guess. The first mission is to capture a Toretti spy, which has breached the shield facility. Roger tells Giant Man him to stay. The orders are to stay. They send him and Natasha go in, and they send Wasp somewhere. Wasp immediately gets hurt. Giant Man is about to ignore it. Cat tells him, "Don't ignore me. Do what you're told." And he nearly gets hurt, but he gets mad, and this guy almost causes damage to the building. Captain America, you know, so they got like these guns that are electronic kind of machine guns that shoot enemies, so he's throwing his shield at them. Iron Man decides to go help Wasp. He shoots some of his beams, shoots some of the guns down, but he himself gets injured while fighting. He tries to save Wasp. Natasha ends up saving Captain, save Cap by shooting some of the guns himself, which is cool. He's like, thanks. He's like, these amateurs are gonna get us killed, you know. And while they're arguing and not listening to Steve, not listening to Cap, you know, and they take off the Iron Man's mask and they realize it's Tony Stark. And it's like, and I like when Giant Man sees him, was like, about that arrogant bastard, arrogant prick boy or whatever. Yeah, about that. Because he says something when they were meeting earlier, which I thought was funny. We don't have Thor yet, by the way. Didn't show up toward the climax. Yeah. They get on the Hank Pym's like, well, my wife was more important to me. He's like, Nick like, you damaged the mission. I'm fired. He's like, well, you know what? I'm out of here. And then, she's like, sorry, Nick. And then Janet goes with him. And Iron Man's like, puts a mask on. I was like, I work better alone. And then just flies off. And Steve, who's mad about this, like, they're not listening to me. I can't leave this team. Who's not going to listen to me? Natasha tries to talk to him, and she says that, you're the best lead for this team. You're the best we've got. You're a good man. You're a good leader. But he just doesn't want to listen. And he wants more of the super soldier serum. Well, combat, the New York facility, what happened. Fury demands that Banner applies more of the super soldier serum to all the candidates. But Betty finds out that Banner was using it all the time. He's got like this locked door in the cabinet. They find it that he's been using a lot of the serum on himself, and all the phosphate is not there. That he got rid of them or whatever. And Banner's been trying to cure himself of the Hulk, or wants to turn into the Hulk, but what he's doing is crazy and bizarre. Can't control the Hulk. The Hulk is another personality that can. Once Banner turns into the Hulk, that personality, that split personality takes over. So he's trying to control a monster that's inside you that you can't control. You know, Banner just makes a mistake of learning that, makes a mistake that you can't control what's in you sometimes. You can't control the outcome of things, I guess, sometimes. You know, Nifred grabs him like this. After this, you're going to be grounded. You know, he transforms, he goes into this shield or this box or whatever. Well, yeah. He transforms himself to the Hulk to maintain his own mind. He's like, picks up Betty. He's like, Betty, the more it's me, Hulk. I can control it now. And they got the aliens coming, and they play turn to Hulk because the Shorty the alien shapeshifters are coming. Shark is coming. He runs out of like, Betty, get out of here, and goes to fight them. And the Avengers put on their suits, and Captain America fighting them. And Hulk grabs Captain America like, this is my fight. You know, it's a chamber that he puts himself in. I'm sorry. But as the fight, each Avenger shows up. Now joined by Thor, you have Giant Man showing up, knocking some of them down, and boss fighting as well, and of course Iron Man. But when Hulk shows up, Hulk does win. He does beat them. Um, Banner starts to lose control though of his thoughts. He retains his childlike and violent personality. Again, he couldn't control the monster, so Hulk really does come out, you know. And Captain America says, Hulk, it's over. And Hulk like hits him. Yeah, okay, Cap can, keep up a fight with Hulk, but Hulk is very strong. Uh, he punches Giant Man, Hank in the leg when he's a giant, and he's like, oh, it still hurts him. There's even a scene where he jumps on Giant Man's neck. Right here, he's like, about stabbing him and choking him. You know, Boss starts using her weapons against him, but he does this. Black Widow tries to fight him against him too. Iron Man does, but he punches Iron Man. It's Thor him fight, which I thought was a cool moment. Thor hits him with a hammer, and I like the moment where Hulk picks up the hammer and hits Thor with it and then knocks him out. It's cool to see Thor show up as well. Uh, Iron Man, not Iron Man. Cap, does I like when Cap trips him up with a shield and he tells Betty to go right away, go get the serum, transform him back. And they Black Widow jumps around the Hulk and stabs him with the serum. You know, hits him with the serum. Since he gets, they do say when the Hulk gets angry, his power grows, which I don't think that really does happen in the comics. But I didn't like it in the Ang Lee 2003 movie because that was ridiculous. But here it's fine. It worked fine. And Betty's like, no, Hulk, it's all right. Calm down. Everything's gonna be okay. And he goes back to being Bruce Banner. Banner's kept in a class cell for breaking Fury's trust. The Avengers celebrate their success. They beat the aliens. They praise Captain America for leading them. You know, he gets a kiss from Natasha, and they all thank him. Looks up to Natasha, and he's injured after he fought with Hulk, but he did well and he won. And then that's the end of Ultimate Avengers the movie. Yeah, that's the end of the film. So like I told you, short movie. So Rock Giants come on to blow the mighty Menard. I feel this group won't be as a balloon. We're forming a team to fend off a global threat. So that what do you say? This and this. he 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 burped. He burps, which is funny. Because Thor can really drink beer. Who's the chick with the hammer? Whoever she is, I'm glad she's on her side. Talking about Thor. You're still a little man, Banner. Knock it off, or I'm going to squeeze you. And then he shows on. All that's changed, son. Did we win? We did. Just show what we got. Hank. Never underestimate Prentice Lab Jockey's fury. Hank, Iron Man, slow him down. Sure, no problem. And if you're not, if you're interested, you can bring your gun. We're forming a team, Janet. I believe you'd be an asset. A team for what? Superhero and softball? And though we put peaceful protesters, we do not assume that we cannot be provoked. Like that. When a Will Hunter shoots at Thor. Any questions? Any questions? Not about the Hulk? Sorry, folks. That's all for today. I'm late first. I tune up. This is my fight. Stay out of it. You are really Russian, or are you just trying to make an impression? Let's start with your name. Not here in private. Is this private enough from Sally Roanoke as a Black Widow? I prefer to call her number one. Alright, well that's just a bit of course, but some good dialogue in there. But get my final opinion on Ultimate Avengers of the movie. Uh, I love this movie. I think the Ultimate Avengers is a great way to start for these Marvel animated feature films. This was a great movie. Uh, the cast was really good. The voice cast, I like the story, especially about Captain America. The last time we had Captain America that was in live action, and this is before the 2011 Captain America with Chris Evans. Because at this time, Evans was still Johnny Storm, Human Torch in the Fantastic Four movies. But he would go on to be Captain America in live action in the year 2011 when we had the MCU started with Iron Man, Captain America, the First Avenger. We had the 1990 movie. I know they had some like an older 40s TV show which I've never seen. I think they had like another Captain America movie from the 70s, but I didn't bother watching that. Maybe it was from something else, but I heard it was terrible. But I've seen the 1990 movie. I forget who plays Captain America in that, but he was terrible. When Captain America, the 1990 film, that's one of the worst superhero films ever made in my opinion. That film is just terrible. Because Captain America gets his ass kicked, and it was just a lame story. But this is a lot better. You get to see Captain America kick ass the way he does best, fight against Nazis and just using his shield. It's what you want to see Captain America do. You know, you know. He even manages to hold his own against the Hulk. So, yeah, this movie did Captain America justice. I would say Captain's my favorite character in the movie. Because it might feel like kind of his story. It's still an Avengers movie, but it really starts off with him because Captain America is the first Avenger, so that makes sense to start off with Cap. And they did him justice, for what the 1990 movie did ruin Captain America. This brought justice to him at the time, and then of course still brought more justice to him though with the 2011 movie with Chris Evans playing Steve Rogers Captain America. I like the voice cast as well. Uh, Janet Pym, the Wasp, Greg Griffin, her she was great. Tony Stark Iron Man, his suit was cool. Uh, Black Widow, like she was a badass character and beautiful. You know, Dr. Betty Ross, I like. She's been scared here helping them and doing all the science stuff. She's like the professor. And I do feel sorry for her and Bruce. They can't really, they had issues in their relationship. Of course, with him being the Hulk, caused a bit of a problem. And you can feel bad for Bruce Banner that he didn't want to become the Hulk. It just was an accident that happened to him. You know, I think someone, even the Hulk himself hates Banner, puny Banner, as Hulk would call him. They hate each other, but I think over time Hulk would become a better hero. Yeah, he's kind of a villain here, but he's a tragic villain here that he didn't mean to do it. He just thought Banner thought that he could control the Hulk, and he couldn't. You know, and it's just some things you can't control, and some things are out of your control. And Bruce had not, didn't understand that at first. Yeah, that's the sad part about it. But still, they did well with him here, like Bruce Banner here. Nick Fury, I like Nick Fury too. Before he's played by Samuel Jackson, the actor who voices him did a great job. And Thor was cool too. Thor was funny in moments. Yeah. And Hank Pym was a wise ass, but his giant man, so he becomes better. He becomes a better hero at the end. And yeah, it's a good story, and they become a team at the end of the movie. Just have fun to work together, and it's a good story, a good premise. The producers, the script is really good. The direction I thought was good. The music score was pretty good. But I have to go with the Alan Silvestri score. That's more memorable. That is an epic theme for the Avengers. It's good in here too, but that was a lot better in my opinion. But still, both movies are good. I even like the Avengers live action movies. I don't think they should make a new Avengers movie. We already have the. If you want, to go back to an Avengers movie, if you don't want to see the new Avengers, just take the Ultimate Avengers the movie, and I'm sure I want Ultimate Avengers too. Those are better. But yeah, and it's 1 hour 12 minutes. It's only 71 minutes long. It's very short. It's a short film, but it's a great movie. You know, got a good story, good action in it. The animation is great. I love the animation for 2006. It works. Definitely a film that I think should have been released in theaters. Yeah. But yeah, I said this is a film collection. I'll be reading all these movies, but again, by years and months. So that's how I do it on the channel, on my channel. It's just before I do it. But Ultimate Avengers, the movie, this was great in my opinion. I give Ultimate Avengers, the movie, a thumbs up. And my rating for Ultimate Avengers, the movie, I'm gonna give this 5 out of 5 stars. So guys, tell me in the comments down below, what do you think of Ultimate Avengers, the movie, in your opinion? And what do you think of this film? Do you like it? Do you hate it? Let me know in the comments down below. Thanks for watching. Have a good one, guys. Maybe I'll do some more reviews today. And the more I do some videos. Um, the more you guys watch and views and subscribers I get, it encourages me to keep on going. And the next one will be a revisit review, another Marvel review. Yeah. I don't know how many today will be, but hope I get to watch this movie again. The DVD works. Anyway, stay tuned next because I will be doing another revisit review for a Marvel movie. This is the third film in the franchise, or third of his trilogy. Before they got the prequels and all that. Yeah. Next is a revisit review for X-Men: The Last Stand, which I'm not really a fan of this movie. But maybe I've changed my opinion. I mean, after watching X-Men: Dark Phoenix, yeah, I hate that, but still, I still think I would be disappointed by this movie. I might be next, guys. I don't know. I mean, I love the first two X-Men movies. The first two X-Men movies were great, especially X2. So this is why I'm doing a revisit review on this because it's superhero. So stay tuned for a revisit review for X-Men: The Last Stand, starring Hugh Jackman, Ian, Holly Berry, Patrick Stewart, Ian McKellen, and Ian McKellen, right? Rebecca Romaine, and Phantom Jimenez. So stay tuned for my revisit review for X-Men: The Last Stand. So stay tuned for that. Thanks for watching, guys. Let me know in the comments down below what do you think of Ultimate Avengers the movie, and thanks for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you later. Thanks for watching. Bye. Bye bye.